It's week 9 of the National Football League, and we've got the Vikings superstar wide receiver. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Vikings and the Bucs, and it comes
EA Sports
your way
coverage of the National Football League is
NFL
on the
25.
air. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
To the air, May.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
From the shotgun, it's May. That's complete to Laporta.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
He'll try again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out.
Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man from the University of Michigan.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for HN.
17 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to Patton. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Operating from the gun, McKinley.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's HN.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Vikings sit 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Patton, the man in motion. Back to throw again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
This will be caught at about the 6. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Off play action. McKinley. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big time arm right there, and let's face it, quarterbacks just been pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. He had the touchdown on the opening drive, and that has become a theme throughout the season. If you take a look at where he ranks among the leaders in rushing touchdowns.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a give, right side. Morrison. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw. May. And this is going to be incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. McKinley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he goes out right around the 39. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
2nd and 14. Over the middle, complete. That's Patton. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, McKinley.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 18. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
The Buccaneers offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. As we check out the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he's right up there among the best in the NFL at this point in the season.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. Well, let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. To throw, it's May.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morrison. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They'll throw with May.
Flushed out right. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Up the middle they go. It's Morrison. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bucs are able to extend their lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Vikings offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. McKinley.
Throw caught by Achane. And he will have the Vikings first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. A run straight ahead with Achane.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw. McKinley. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
He finds his man complete. That's Stevens. And he is going to lose yardage here. call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And here's a quick throw to start the drive complete.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing here is May.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's May.
He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as a screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
This 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
From the gun, it's May.
And his throw is incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. Butker's kick here is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. McKinley
working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43.
That one complete to again.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Got a man. That's Leggett.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This one from 48 yards away. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A final shot before break. McKinley. This one is caught. It's Patton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin in the Alamo city of San Antonio, Texas, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Keenan Allen, excellent in the victory as his guys up their record to 7-2 now on the year. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. J.J. McCarthy, strong in the victory as his guys up their mark to 6-2 on the year. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Joe Burrow leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vikings offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Throwing to start the drive. McKinley. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
2nd and 10.
He was defended by Tuli Kumotu.
A give, running right, Achane. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Off the play fake. Here's May.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Bucs are able to widen their advantage. So another touchdown there. And even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 11. Over the middle, it's complete. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Off the play fake. McKinley.
That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw here on first down.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 29.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. McKinley. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards.
And the Vikings get a bit closer.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
They'll try and run it here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
To the air, May.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the shotgun, May with it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
In motion, the tight end. Throwing to start the drive. McKinley.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Dobbins on the slant route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw. McKinley. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Up the middle, Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Looking to throw, May.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter.
Throwing to start the drive. McKinley.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. McKinley. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Stevens.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. McKinley.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
This one complete to Patton.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Bates' kick is good. So that Charles on season long right there.
And you know he's really excited about that, the special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
On play action, May.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Morrison. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Morrison. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll send the tight end in motion.
To throw, it's May.
And that would be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. McKinley caught outright by Patton.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, McKinley.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. McKinley.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
This rookie was already being tested as he tries to lead a comeback here in the 2nd half. Now he's got to get some momentum back after that sack and a big loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. McKinley. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
Operating from the gun. McKinley. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 4.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Morrison. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try the left side. It's Morrison. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd down and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morrison. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return,
and it will be Vikings ball 1st and 10. The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here.
Back to throw.
These guys running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long.
He's back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Tampa Bay, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to get back on track